one. Thank you.
Queen, I'm so happy for you. Your senior year is just getting better and better, love. It's getting more difficult too. It will, but you're going to enjoy every time.
Still going with the idea at some point.
Just working on trying to get everything working the right way.
Watched it like the last board meeting when I was on vacation.
Mhm.
I was sitting in the camper watching TV, and I watched.
If you want to go against this one, you could. Come in. And there's 3 seats here, please. I'm so sorry. Come this way.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
So sorry.
You're fine. Are you glad everything under control now? All right. Why don't you stand right here now?
Oh, no.
Not here. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the Pleasant Valley School District Board of Education meeting to order. If you could all rise to the Pledge of Allegiance, and then please stay standing for a moment of silence. And Louis, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Again, I'd like to welcome everyone that's with us this evening, and if we could have roll call, please.
Norm Berger,
Here.
Robert Clark,
Here.
Michael Gower,
Here.
John Krasinski, Sue Crespi,
Present.
Ryan O'Keefe,
Present.
Ryan Surface,
Here.
Matthew Walters,
Here.
Carolyn Zip.
Here. Thank you. I'd like to let everyone know that we did have an executive session that was held today, October 24th of 2024, immediately prior to the regular scheduled meeting for purposes of personnel matters, including but not limited to performance and discipline, negotiations, and legal issues. Good evening, homecoming queen down there. Hi. I have to say, you were so excited. Yes. You were jumping around. Yeah, you were out there on the field. Congratulations, and we welcome your report.
All right, this has been a crazy month, guys. I'm so tired. I'm losing my voice actually. I'll sort of start off. We did the first big thing this month at the high school was the Puppy Game Spirit Week, and all of the classes decorated their hallways. They did a great job. It was beautiful. Although the puppy game did not go our way, the students district-wide had a great time dressing up during Spirit Week, and everybody had fun at the game even though it was away. And the bonfire organized by the senior class had a great turnout. Immediately after that was Homecoming Spirit Week. That's sort of my thing, but it was crazy for me. Everybody had fun dressing up for that too. And congratulations to the homecoming corps, which was Devin Bush, Alexis Sprague, Bella Brusica, David Holla, Brady Cerrone, and Anthony Tucker. The homecoming prince and princess, Jay Delgado and Ava Morgan, and the homecoming king and queen, Dominic Falzano and Mira Junta. The homecoming dance went fantastic. The student council did a beautiful job organizing it, and everyone had a ton of fun. I think that it had a little bit better turnout than last year, and everybody was like really happy with it. So I'm glad. Taking feedback though. Earlier that week, Sarah McGraw and I attended the Region 21 FBLA Leadership Workshop as Regional Secretary and Treasurer, and we took second place in the Made in the Poconos Business Innovation Competition. And congratulations to Danielle Boland for being recognized as an outstanding student athlete by the Morning Call, and huge congrats to her for qualifying for the state cross country championships. I'm not sure if I stole someone's thunder there with the sports. I'm very excited to be our school's marching band will be competing at the state championships this weekend too. So good luck to them. I probably forgot some stuff, but.
Thank you, Mara. All right, moving on, we're going to do Student of the Month. And is Mr. Pomposello starting us off?
Of course, come on everybody. Everything starts at PVE, I like to say every year. So first through the month of the year, I have 3 outstanding students that I'm going to represent here today. My 3 teachers are here, but I always have to start. It all starts at home, especially starting in kindergarten. None of these kids are getting these awards without awesome supportive parents supporting Pleasant Valley education system. So parents, thank you. There's no way these kids are here without the 50-50 team. Okay, so thank you. We're going to start with kindergarten. I have an awesome student, but first I want to call Miss Schuster up, so the kindergarten teacher. And I would like Kaya Dancho and her whole family to come on up. She can be recognized. Now, this is a new setup, so I'm thinking, Miss Kresge, where would you like them set up? Like next to the podium, a little bit over here?
Right over here.
All right, we're going to go over here, guys. Let me get her goodies.
They're right here. Yep. Perfect.
I guess I'll give these to Dad. Okay. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
All right, good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here tonight to represent Kaya Dancho as the Kindergarten Student of the Month. Each day, Kaya comes to class with a smile on her face and eager to learn. Kaya is kind, hardworking, helpful, always has a positive attitude, and is a wonderful role model for other students. During the school day, if Kaya notices someone needs help, she stops what she is doing to help them without even being asked. Whether it's trying to find a page in a phonics or math book or open up a difficult snack wrapper, Kaya always puts others before herself. She knows kindness by saying nice things, giving hugs, or just offering to listen when one of her friends is having a bad day. Mr. and Mrs. Dancho, it is obvious that you've instilled great values in Kaya. She is a pleasure to be around, and she is a shining example of what a kind and helpful person should be. You are raising an amazing kid. And Kaya, your desire to learn and grow means so much to me as a teacher. I am so very happy to have you in my class. I am proud to call you my student, and I look forward to seeing all of your accomplishments in the future. You make us PV proud.
Congratulations. You guys don't grab a quick picture, right? All right, next we have first grade. So I got Miss Jarrow up here, please, and the whole family of Brooke McKenna, our first grade student of the month. Come on up, Brooke and family.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to start by saying picking a student of the month is really not an easy task, especially when it comes to the first student of the month of a new school year. This student really sets the tone for the rest of the class. Although I have been blessed with many amazing students this year, there wasn't a doubt in my mind that Miss Brooke McKenna was my student of the month for October. Brooke arrives early at school every morning with her mom. She never misses an opportunity to hold open a door or say good morning to anyone who crosses her path. I don't think she even realizes how much sunshine she spreads before she makes it to my classroom. And she then continues to be an excellent role model for all of her peers throughout the school day. Brooke is always following directions. She is willing to help anyone in need and gives every task her full effort. She even enjoys my singing. To say Brooke is a great student would be an understatement. She is an exceptional student, and I am so happy that I had the opportunity to share with all of you. Congratulations, Brooke, and Mom and Dad, and Jackson.
All right, I have one more second grade student. Can I have Miss Yanchek, second grade teacher? Where are you? There she is. And can I have Evan Hunsberger and the whole family coming up here? Come on, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, you hold this big second grade.
I'm so proud to be here for Evan. I made some little notes. I'm gonna do my best to do this. I kind of really quick in my mind thought I'd like to just list some character traits. He was an easy one to pick out for Student of the Month right away. Like immediately I thought, I have to pick Evan. He's just the perfect role model for what a student should be, and every teacher would just love to have him in his class. So if there's anybody else in here, higher grades, look for him. First of all, he's enthusiastic. He's got a positive outlook and attitude towards school and just about everything in general. He shows initiative and takes responsibility for his learning always. He consistently cooperates. He's easily transitioning when he should, having his book out ready to go. I don't even have to remind him. And he's always prepared to learn. He is focused all the time. He's kind and helpful. He's honest and trustworthy. He smiles every single day, and it's all day long, all day long. He loves to learn and hear about new things. As soon as I try to bring something into the class, a little bit extra, they know I digress every once in a while, but I love to like think of something at the moment, and he's right away just listening, eyes open, maybe a little bit jaw dropping, like, wow, just loves it. He follows directions the first time. I do not have to repeat them for him, and he's a great friend to everybody in the class. He never complains, not about anything. He doesn't complain about what he can't do, but instead he likes to keep listening, trying, and he always thinks outside of the box. And he gives an honest to goodness try in everything. I love his willingness to give answers to things that he may not know, but he's never afraid to try. He always has his hand raised. His success is not only coming from his knowledge already that he has, because there's a lot there, and he's very, very smart, but his perseverance and hard work to be the best student and person he can be. I appreciate you so much, Evan. I really, really do. And we love having you at PVE. And you're so awesome. And Mom and Dad, you are absolutely fantastic. You're raising a great son, and I guess also an older brother as well. And I just love being a teacher. Thank you so much.
All right, before I give it to the intermediate school, I would like to recognize two staff members for our staff member of the month. The staff support staff member is Andy Kroc. He's the PVE technician. And I love that guy. He's the tech. He fixes all computers, but he's all about kids every day. It's all kids first, which I love it. You can be the secretary, para, lunchroom. The guy puts kids first always. That's what we want, right, PV? And the professional staff member is Joe's sponsor, a music teacher. She's not here tonight, but hands-on music instruction. Kids are up out of their seats, learning music and loving it. So great job to Joe's sponsor.
All right, good evening, everybody. So we will continue with some more awesome students that are showing what it's like to be a PV student. We're going to start off for third grade. Miss Evans is here to present our third grade student of the month from Miss Williams' classroom, Mason Alvarado.
presenting Mason Alvarado with our third grade Student of the Month. So just like Mrs. Farrow said, choosing a first Student of the Month is challenging. They do set the bar, and we're just getting to learn who they are as a student and as a person. But pretty early on, Mrs. Williams and I both knew that Mason was very special. As a student, he's hardworking, always up for a challenge, does anything we ask of him. But as a person, he's so kind, just so respectful, so polite. There's always, good morning, Mrs. Evans, have a great evening. And when he walks into any room, he's saying that to all the adults in there. He's a great role model for all of his peers. They all look up to him. So he's just doing an amazing job. Mom and Dad, just like everyone else said, you are doing a fantastic job with him. He's a great student. He's bringing all those qualities that you're teaching him into the classroom, on the bus, in the cafeteria, all of those things. And Mason, just keep doing what you're doing. You're a great student. You're a great person, and we definitely need more Masons in the world.
Moving on to fourth grade, being presented by Mrs. Ammerman, we would like to recognize Meredith Zale.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ammerman. I'm a PBI Social Studies and Science teacher, and I'm here and I'm proud to present this award to Meredith Zale. But before I do that, I want to give the family a little test. See if they pass it. Are you ready? Yes. We are Penn State. I just want to know I have loved Meredith before I knew she was a Penn State fan. So, look at that little ray of sunshine. I could stand here and I can tell you how responsible she is, how she's very hardworking, how she always wants to do the right thing, and never hesitates to tell you that she doesn't understand something. One of the qualities I personally admire. Our favorite quality about this wonderful young lady is the way she makes people feel. She makes you smile just by entering the room with her positive attitude and her clear delight for being in school. She's always happy. She spreads the joy to everyone around her, including her peers. When she leaves my room, she always says, Mrs. Ammerman, I don't want to leave. I want to stay in your room. I know she doesn't understand the value of her words, but Meredith, that is the biggest compliment any teacher can ever hear. That's why the team and special area teachers chose Meredith, because of the value she adds to each and every day. I'm proud to announce the Student of the Month, Meredith Zale, for just making our job as teachers worthwhile every day.
All right, and rounding it out for PDI, I would like to have Miss Mackey come up and present for our fifth grade Student of the Month, Payson Bowman.
Hello. All right, listen, public speaking, I'm shaking a little bit. It's fine. Okay. It's cool. It's totally cool. So I'm here in place of Mr. Douglas. She wrote a nice little note here for you. He was nominated for his great character. It says, Payson has great character. He's a wonderful role model for other students in the class. He makes good choices, cares about other people's feelings, is honest, and has a terrific sense of humor. For this, we are PV proud. Payson's obviously a very, very cool kid. It's been great getting to know him over the last couple of years, so I wanted to do something a little special for him. So when I got home, I was like, should I make dinner? Should I rest? No. I'm going to write an acrostic poem for Payson. My buddy, this is for you. Listen, I'm an art teacher, by the way, so listen. No judgment, okay? You keep the judgment free here. At least, you know. Why am I going to cry? A kind-hearted guy, a true friend to all. His athletic ability just needs a field and a ball. A scholar with a love for reading, and the arts, an outgoing personality, kind smile, and pure heart. Born to be a natural leader, my gratitude to you, so honored to be your teacher. Such a privilege to be part of an amazing school with so many amazing students, and I'm just, when I was asked to do this, I was like, oh no, but then I was like, for Kaysen, yes, absolutely. Just so grateful. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Congratulations, buddy. So represent.
All right. And then we also recognize some amazing staff members this month at PVI. In addition to all of our wonderful students, we have wonderful staff as well. The two staff members that we selected this month, both of them just super positive, willing to help out whenever and wherever. So for our professional staff member of the month, this month we recognize Stephanie Kopansky. And for our support staff member of the month, Phoebe Parasham.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really excited to be here tonight and to present our middle school students of the month. At the middle school, we were looking for students who made us PVMS proud. PROUD stands for persistent effort, respect, optimism, unity, and driven. We're looking for students that show persistent effort leading to success, respect for all to make a difference, optimism to fuel our journey, unity to build a strong community, and students that are driven by goals and aspirations. And it is my pleasure now to introduce Ms. Nadia Goronsky and our 6th grade student of the month, Ms. Natalia Myers.
I don't know, home, so. Moving to 6th grade can be a challenge for many students. They are navigating a new schedule, a new building, an entirely new environment. And additionally, students are faced with their own unique challenges. Some are new to this district, some have language barriers, and some have physical ailments that they are dealing with during that time. And while most students are concerned with maybe only themselves, there are a few students who not only care about themselves, but others during this transition into the middle school. Natalia was one of the few who stepped up to help her fellow classmates who were in need. Without being prodded, she volunteered to help anyone and everyone around her. She's dependable, kind, and the students generally feel comfortable around her. And while I'm sure all of your classmates were very grateful for your help, what Natalia doesn't realize is how helpful she has been for me as well. Teachers too feel the stress of a new school year and unique challenges that we face on a daily basis. Those challenges can be daunting to us when we are stretched so thin with so much to do and so many students to take care of. To have a student be a constant, reliable, honest, and hardworking one who has brightened the PV classroom and made the day a bit easier for all of us, we seriously can't thank her enough. Natalia, thank you for making the day go smoothly and the transition of 6th grade being an easier one for all of us. Thank you.
Moving on to 7th grade, I'd now like to introduce Miss Lila Triolo and the Triolo family. What's going on, buddy? I'd like to start by adding my own little story. I know personally why Lila is up here. She exemplifies all of the qualities that we look for in students, and I know personally that she's a good friend. She is the friend that when somebody texts at 8 o'clock and says Lila was their homework, She responds and provides the homework assignment. That friend happens to be my son. There have been many times where I've said, you better text Lila. She is dependable and she cares. She's always there for her friends and she always responds. I know from talking to her teachers that they call her the mama bear because that's what she does. She protects, she defends, and she looks out for those that she cares about. Her teachers had this to say tonight. Lila is an exemplary student and serves as a role model for her peers. She is always prepared, on tasks, and makes positive contributions to class. Lila is kind and considerate to her classmates and always offers to help when needed. She is always smiling, and she is a pleasure to have in class. Lila, congratulations. And for our 8th grade student of the month, I'd like to introduce Mr. Anderton and Noelle Wolf and her family.
A lot of teachers get nervous coming up here to speak, but I think the concern for me is actually getting me away from the microphone. Been to basketball games, you probably are familiar. At the end of the line in the middle school for 8th grade, it's often we can see students who are coming to us who exemplify a lot of what you want to see of students in your classroom. You go, oh, here comes a good one. And you hear it from the other teachers as well. But you just pick up on those things, walking through the hallways, seeing other teachers in the classroom, seeing these students in their classrooms, and certainly familiar with Noelle before she even arrived in my classroom. The team had this to say, pardon me for a moment, about Noelle. She's an exemplary student who embodies a well-rounded approach to her education. Recently elected president of the 8th grade class, she consistently achieves outstanding academic performance, maintaining an A average across all subjects. Currently enrolled in Algebra 1, Noelle boasts an impressive 100% average. In addition to her academic pursuits, she's also enrolled in the EHP for 8th grade English. Noelle's professionalism is evident in her polite demeanor, her ability to collaborate effectively in both individual and group settings. She consistently completes all assignments and proactively seeks clarification on any questions or concerns regarding the material. We are delighted to have Noelle as a student this year and look forward to witnessing her continued growth throughout her high school journey. A positive attitude, strong work ethic, and a reputation for being well-liked among her peers, Noelle frequently contributes to class discussions and truly embodies the values of a PV student. I'll add this as well. In a classroom full of 8th graders, it's often hard to not be cool by answering questions or participating in class. And speaking for myself, I kind of look to Noelle when I need something. Help me out here because nobody wants to say anything. So she is amazing. She's a wonderful person to be around. She helped me out the other day, picking out some things for my baseball program. Said, hey, I need an opinion on this. So she's free to share her opinions, give answers, do all those things. I don't want to say this too much, but if you put 40 over in my room, I would be okay with that. Not that we need that number. Thank you, Noelle, for being so amazing, and thank you, Mom and Dad, for raising such a wonderful young lady.
And to conclude, I'd like to recognize 2 of our incredible staff members. Our support staff member of the month was Ms. Gwendolyn Harris, and our professional staff member of the month was Mrs. Randy Ham.
Good evening to all of our board members and Dr. Conrad. It is our pleasure to introduce our high school students of the month. We'll start with Sophia Tinker, our 9th grade student of the month. Sophia Tinker was nominated by Mrs. Liliana Lear, but unfortunately she could not be here tonight, so I'll speak on her behalf. Sophia consistently demonstrates a strong commitment to her online German class, approaching each lesson with enthusiasm and focus. Her good behavior and positive attitude make her a pleasure to have in class, creating a good example among her classmates. She is also kind and respectful. Keep up the fantastic work. Academically, Sophia is doing an excellent job achieving straight A's. Sophia definitely has so many qualities that have helped her to earn the PV Bear Pride Student of the Month award. Sophia is a prime example of a student who demonstrates bear pride and should be extremely proud of her actions. Emily Abrams is our 10th grade Student of the Month, and Miss Julie Valenzuela will speak on her behalf.
Say it low, please. Take your time, Emily, take your time. Well, good evening, everyone. Unfortunately, sometimes in the classroom, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I am here to offer some well-deserved recognition to probably the most perfect wheel in my classroom. When I need someone to be a leader for her peers, Emily is there. When I need someone to go above and beyond for her school community, Emily is there. When I need someone to make us laugh and smile with her contagious energy, Emily is there. When I am looking for an example of integrity, honesty, perseverance, and academic rigor, Emily is there. So Miss Emily Abrams, I know I speak for everybody who has the pleasure of working with you every day. Thank you for being there for us, and tonight we are all here for you.
Our 11th grade Student of the Month is Logan Kropp, and he was nominated by Mr. Mike Walters, who will speak on his behalf.
Thanks, father and son are both tonight. Yeah. Logan was nominated by me. Logan is a great student. He makes me laugh. Every morning he comes in to our office. Very intelligent. He's, just his mom and his dad are perfect people. I'm very nervous. I'm not a public speaker. So if you guys want to help. Logan, do your best. Always believe in yourself, okay? Be a leader, not a follower. We love you very much, and just your future's bright. I'm so happy for you, and that's why I voted for you, okay? Thank you, guys.
Our 12th grade Student of the Month is Evan Harris, and Mr. Tim Hinton will speak on his behalf.
Good evening, everybody. So whenever it comes time to nominate a Student of the Month, it's always a tough decision. And in my world, the woodshop world, we don't always see the best academic people. A lot of kids excel hands-on activities. That's what my class is all about. But Evan is one of those kids that checks all of the boxes. Okay, he's smart, responsible, which is a big deal. Makes me feel better in the wood shop. Trustworthy, like I don't have to worry about him using the machines by himself, which also makes me feel better in the wood shop. He has great character, a positive kid. And when he's coming down the hall and greets me with that smile, that just makes my day. So keep up the good work, Evan. keep up. He's a hard worker. Like I said, he just checks all those boxes. Responsible, trustworthy, a dedicated student. So congratulations, Evan.
We also have some amazing staff here at PVH. Our two nominations for this month, our support staff was Mrs. Jennifer Wortman. She's our assistant principal secretary. We couldn't do our job without her. And then our staff member of the month is Mrs. Diane Browse. She teaches our gifted and talented, and she's just absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to pass it over to our Bear Cyber Academy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I say this every year. It's so much fun to see the K through 12 progression. I definitely am getting older because I'm seeing a bunch of the students now graduating out that I was a principal for. It's a horrible experience and also wonderful at the same time. So without going any further, I would like to announce the PV Bears Academy Student of the Month. And to do that, I'm going to have Mr. Birnbaum come forward, who's one of our cyber teachers, and Miss Angel Melick and her family, please come forward as well.
Angel's a pleasure to have. She's a responsible student, conscientious, hardworking, just the kind of student that you'd love to have and take her over and over. And this is the third year that I'm working with Angel, so it's my pleasure to have her again. She's such a hardworking student. She dedicated extra time to accelerate her learning. She finished her first marking period courses on October 7th. So she finished the first marking period 3 weeks early. She is always looking for more. What is there extra reading I can do tonight? Is there extra work that I can put forth to do better? And it's, Angel, you're doing everything you need to do, you know, and everything I give her, she always meets the challenge. So it's fantastic to see that. On top of her hard work, it's her personality, her kindness. It radiates through the computer in our sessions. She's always willing to share her personal experiences, her strategies that are successful for her as a cyber student with other students who are new coming into our group. She does a great job with that. So it's my absolute pleasure to have Angel as a student.
So at this time, we would like to have the students of the month and the administrative team please go out into the area, get their picture taken, and we'll let the board continue the meeting. Thank you.
I'd just like to congratulate all our students of the month and congratulations to the parents also for doing such an awesome job with all of your kiddos. Have a great night. Dr. Conrad, do we have any community questions this evening?
Well, good evening, everyone. There were no community questions this evening.
All right, thank you. Moving on to our secretary's report, Mrs. Smith.
Good evening. Tonight I am requesting approval of the minutes of the meeting held on October 10th, 2024, and approval of the October 24th, 2024 board meeting agenda.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Walters, seconded by Mr. O'Keefe. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. At this time, are there any Pleasant Valley citizens that would like to address the board? It would need to be on agenda items only at this time. If so, please come to the podium, state your name, town that you reside in, and there is a 3-minute limit. Seeing no one approach the podium, we'll move on our agenda. Could we have the treasurer's report, Mrs. Service, please?
Yes, good evening. Tonight I'm seeking a motion for items 4A through E. A is informational only.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion by Mr. Berger, seconded by Mrs. Zip. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries. Moving on to unfinished business, Mr. Pfister.
There is no unfinished business.
Does anyone else have any other unfinished business? Okay, we'll move on to new business. Under Career and Technical Institute, Mrs. Surface.
Yes, just a simple reminder, October 30th will be Career Exploration Night at MCTI, starting at 5:30 to 7:30 for grades 8th and 9th.
Thank you. Colonial IU, Mr. Gatler.
Set our meeting last evening, so I'll have a report for our next board meeting.
Thank you. PSBA Liaison, Mrs. Surface.
I didn't attach a report, but I just want for this group, that data-driven director webinar is still open and available. There's 4 sessions for that throughout the fall, 4 different sessions.
Thank you. Education report, I do not have anything this evening. I think at our next, I say building and grounds, I'm so attuned to still that work session.
It might have to push, our second day for reading review is November 13th.
Okay.
So after that, we're gonna select, I think the next board meeting is the 14th.
Right.
So I don't know if they would have selected after just viewing it, but if we're ready, we will give it to you.
When you say select, do you mean we're already going to be selecting?
They looked at 4 series on the first day, they're looking at 4 other series on this day. And then we have the materials going to the school so everybody can look at it. So I guess after the 13th, we'll know how close we are to selecting.
Okay, but can you give us an update as to what they even are? I mean, what
Sure.
are the 4 and the 4? I don't
Sure.
even know the answer to that question.
I can do that.
Okay, that would be great. Finance report, Mrs. Surface.
Yes, the finances will be discussed later in the agenda under items 16 and 17.
Thank you. Athletic report, Mr. O'Keefe.
Yes, good evening. While fall sports is coming to an end, a lot of seasons are done and some still have to compete for another couple weeks. I want to celebrate some achievements from volleyball. Riley Majero was named second team all-conference. Laura Balick, Amy Palisano, and Isabel Slizviak were named first team divisional all-star North. Boys soccer, Royce Thompson was named Pocono Records 2024 Soccer All-Area Player of the Year and EPC Boys Soccer First Team. Girls soccer, we had Morgan Wiles was named Best Girls Soccer Upperclassman in the area, EPC All-Star Second Team, and MVP for the Pocono area's teams. Sandy Rizzo Jr. was also EPC Second Team Girls Soccer. And our coach, Tara Highland, was Coach of the Year for the Mountain Division. Cross country, Danny Coleman was already mentioned, but I will continue again. Placed 11th overall in cross country divisions yesterday, earning herself a spot in the States on November 2nd in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Lastly, our cheerleading is hosting a toy bingo on November 10th at 1 p.m. right here in our cafeteria at Pleasant Valley High School. There will be 15 games for $15, prizes for all ages. Reach out to your favorite cheerleader to grab a ticket. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. O'Keefe. Policy report, Mrs. Simmons.
There are 5 policies on the agenda tonight for second reading, and then an additional 8 policies later on in the agenda for first reading.
Thank you. Capital improvement, Mr. Berger.
Since our last board meeting on October 14th, prospective contractors did a walkthrough our high school facility. Looking forward, our design team has requested a special meeting with the township for the final review and comment and approval prior to the receipt of our contract proposals. The high school renovation proposals date has been moved to early December, and a decision is anticipated in mid-December. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Berger. Technology report, Mr. Clark.
There's a bunch of updates. My report is attached. Take a look. There's a lot to read through. There's a lot of great things that are working.
Thank you. Security report, Mr. Walters.
No new information.
Thank you. Moving on to superintendent's report. Mr. Conrad.
Tonight, I'm seeking approval for items 7B and 7C. Items 8A and 7B are implemented.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion by Mr. Gabbard, seconded by Mr. Walters. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Yes, good evening. Tonight I'm seeking approval of items 9B through 9F. Items 9G through 9I are informational.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Berger, seconded by Mrs. Zip. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Thank you. Tonight I'm seeking approval of items 9B and 10, I'm sorry, of 10B and 10C. Item 10D is informational.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Walters, seconded by Mrs. Surface. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Curriculum, Dr. Howard.
Tonight I'm seeking approval of items 11A and 12A.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Berger, seconded by Mr. Gallagher. Is there any discussion? I just, on the FBLA trip, are they staying over?
No.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. I heard that down there. All right, anyone else? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Operations, Mr. Smith. Good evening. Tonight I'm seeking approval of item 13A, 14A.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gallagher, seconded by Mrs. Zip. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
Those reports, principals, administrators, anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, great things are happening at PVE. They're still outside.
Okay, yeah, sure. Moving on. Business management, Mrs. Smith.
Good evening. Tonight I'm requesting approval of items 16B through 16D. Items 16E through 16G are informational.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Surface, seconded by Mr. Walters. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And that motion carries.
I am also requesting approval of item 17D.
So moved.
So, second.
I have a motion by Mr. Berger, seconded by Mrs. Zip. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That motion carries. And new business, Mr. Chair.
Just sometimes I bring cases that I think are of interest and could have impact to how we do business at the board. I was at the PSBA Solicitors Conference about 10 days ago, and there was discussion about a Sunshine Act case that is going to be in front of the PA Supreme Court. If you recall, I would say about a year ago, I told you we can't amend the agenda and add items of substance because there was a lower court case that said you couldn't do that. Well, the Supreme Court is going to hear that case now over the next few months. And actually, Tim Gilbert from our office is arguing on behalf of the SBA and the school districts. We're hopeful and we're cautiously optimistic that the Supreme Court will actually interpret the Sunshine Act correctly and actually allow us to amend the agenda during the board meeting and add an item. So I will keep you posted on that. Hopefully we'll have some news on that shortly.
Let's see, who came in? High school. Anything to add to your report? Just wanted to tell you that great things are happening at PVD.
You know what? Great things are also happening at PVH.
This is all right. Did she come back in?
Yes.
Oh, there
There
are
are
you.
other things are happening at PVH.
Yeah, there you are. That's where you sit. Mr. McCutcheon?
Magical things are
You're gonna have to come up with a better starting word.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to use the word exemplary. It's just all sunshine and rainbows at PVBA right now. It's good stuff. Thank you.
All right, at this time, Pleasant Valley citizens, is there anyone that would like to address the board on any item? If so, please come to the podium, state your name, the township you reside in, and there is a 3-minute limit.
Ali Rundle, Chestnut Hill Township. I'm speaking tonight to address my concerns with the inability of the high school administration to handle matters in an appropriate way. For my family, this is not the first time I've had issues with the administration and how they handle specific situations. This is also not the first time I've had to meet with Dr. Conrad to express my concerns about the high school's administration's ability to do their work. Each time, Dr. Conrad admitted things were done inappropriately and that they could have been handled in a better manner and would be moving forward, but they haven't. My son got in trouble on September 6th. On September 9th, my son was assigned his punishment. On September 26th, Dr. Conrad, Mr. Bullen, myself, and an advocate all met. This meeting was productive, I thought. Dr. Conrad said my son is a kid he'd like to have on his superintendent advisory committee because he says it how it is. Mr. Burley wanted to use my son for Christmas events since he has a Santa suit and he thinks it would be a good thing for him to be involved in fun activities. He was allowed to attend all school events, including the bonfire that occurred on school property. He could also attend all sporting events with the exception of football games. Mr. Burley told my son and me he's on a clean slate start moving forward. Since that meeting, things were fine at school. On October 17th, he purchased his homecoming ticket. On October 18th at 10 a.m., I received an email and was told he could not attend the dance due to an earlier punishment. Now, if this was told to him the day he was in trouble or at the numerous meetings I've had with administration, then fine, part of the punishment, that's the way life goes. However, to not tell him and other students until the day before is completely unjust. And not only did this unjust decision affect my son, it affected his date and her family. So my question is this: what made the administrative team decide on the day before the dance that my son and other kids all of a sudden were not allowed to attend? If the school board wants to know why so many kids in our district are being pulled to go to cyber schools, perhaps you should look into how the high school is run. My son has no faith in the administration team there. I have no faith in the administrative team there. They do not lead as leaders should. You want these kids to learn from their mistakes, or when will the administrative team? You want these kids to be independent thinkers and advocate for themselves, yet when they do, they're ignored by the staff. I, as a parent, have been ignored by the administration. I have unanswered emails, unanswered requests for documentation, unanswered phone calls, and have never been returned to me. On October 18th alone, not one of the 4 administrators had the courtesy to respond to me through email or phone. Can you imagine that as a parent? My son and these children deserve answers, and they deserve better. Is he perfect? No, most teenagers aren't. They make mistakes, and hopefully they learn from them. But these mistakes should not be a nail in their coffin. I encourage any of the board members here to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to discuss in detail any of these previous matters and how they were handled. I know some parents are afraid to speak here due to the threat from Dr. Conrad. He said, and I quote, "I will make sure that others in our community know the severity of these infractions and why these 7 individuals are not permitted to attend homecoming. My child's discipline records are confidential, which I'm sure you're well aware of, and I will always advocate for him." Thank you.
Anyone else at this time? No one?
Hello, everyone. Tony Bush, Chestnut Hill Township. I kind of just threw this together because life's been a little crazy for me the past couple months, but you guys went through that agenda in a whirlwind after those. I was trying to keep up. I'm like, oh my gosh, where are we? And I think everybody up there knows why I'm here tonight. You know, why so many of us are here tonight, and that is to, because I think you approved lacrosse at the middle school. I think that's. I would like to speak on behalf of all of us, hopefully, and say thank you from the bottom of our blue hearts here tonight for bringing lacrosse to the middle school. Once again, we will be the trailblazers in the Poconos with lacrosse. You know, the presentation we gave at the end of the summer kind of summed everything up, but it's been 10 years, 11 technically since I stood here and proposed the high school program. In this 10 years since we had our first season in 2015 with JV programs, we have built such great programs on the boys and girls sides. 10 years later, in just that short time, I think we're still the youngest program, I think, in the whole EPC. There could be one that's younger than us. But 10 years later, we have gone on, we've district championships, state quarterfinalists. We had the MVP of the entire EPC last year. Countless first team, second team athletes, all coming out of Pleasant Valley, the only lacrosse program in the entire Monroe County. Players going on to play college, at least 3 or 4 who have come back. One is sitting right there, who started with us, who are now coaching with our high school programs. Countless players going on to play. We have one player tonight who's on her way down to play for Team USA in championships down at, where are they playing?
Washington DC, Maryland. They're in Maryland, right? So Riley Rath's going down there. She made Team USA, and all of this from this little program in the Poconos. So the countless dedication from the. I always get. I'm sorry. I tried to keep it together, but I'm just so proud of these kids. We have little ones here tonight. They were practicing with us till 6:30, right, girls? And they just came right off the field. We have boys programs here, and just thank you. We will make you proud once again. So thank you.
No one else approach the podium. Sorry.
I wasn't planning, Cassie Burley from Chestnut Hill Township. I wasn't planning on speaking tonight. I'm here for boys lacrosse as well. But I just have something completely not related to that. I've addressed this last year. Trying to get into the middle school in the morning, the traffic coming north and south off of 115. If we can have a crossing guard there, because if you're coming up, no one lets you make a left. If you're shooting across from the crossroad there, it's like darting across 3 lanes of traffic. It would just be really helpful. I know it's a mess trying to get in the morning, and it doesn't matter what time you leave, but if someone can just be there to kind of help the flow, I think it would be much safer.
Dare I say it? Anyone else? Seeing no one else, Pleasant Valley School Directors. Anyone? Anything this evening?
I do have one thing, and it's kind of a statement, and I just, for information for the community, and a little bit of an ask in there too. So, I don't know if you all know this, and I'm glad that there's lots of people here tonight, but this is gonna go somewhere. The average 4-person family spends, I did math somewhere on here, $15,000 a year on groceries. Mr. Z's, or Weiss, Broadheadsville, and ShopRite in Broadheadsville gives the Pleasant Valley band parents 1% of that money if you submit receipts to the band parents. So if we just imagine we only have 1,000 families in the Pleasant Valley School District, that equates to almost $150,000 to the band parents to support the bands through all of the levels of school. So I didn't know if anybody's aware of that, but when you buy your groceries, if you submit your receipts, right now, the only way to do it is to give them to a band kid who can get them to one of the band teachers. I mean, there's gotta be a way we can get something out there for people that don't have band kids in their family to get those receipts to us and to the band parents organization to support the band.
We can get that on like the school website or all our platforms and social media and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, right, it's really easy, rather than throw it in the trash, stuff in an envelope, they're good for a year. I have an envelope with like 9 months of them at home, drop them off once or twice a year.
I save mine and send it in with my grandchildren. The PTOs take care of them. At, I don't know, maybe elementary, PBI, right, screen PBI too, I think. I think so. I think I sent them basic items and then PBE. I don't have anybody at PBE now, so I'm next at the PBI. But they do, PTOs do them, I know. Many churches do them also in the area.
We'll collect them and get them to the school.
Well, I know they do the 1% themselves for their, for the PTO organization, so, yeah. But, yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah. Have a drop off.
If we can have a drop off for them, for kids, for families that don't have kids in the band, that would be great.
Anyone else? Superintendent's remarks, I won't forget you this week.
Sure, no, thanks. So I have a couple remarks, but I kind of want to address something obviously that has been on Facebook and going back to Ms. Rondo on a couple of things that you said. So just for clarification, we had 675 students that really enjoyed themselves attending homecoming. It was awesome. We had some challenges, and I think one of the biggest challenges this year that we faced was we were lacking staff participating. And as is normal, we can do one of two things. We can either cancel a homecoming dance, which certainly we didn't want to do. In fact, just for context, we didn't have an advisor that would help actually steer the homecoming dance in the beginning of the school year like we've done in the past. So we pivoted. We obviously had to make some adjustments. And one of the things I want to obviously say is that, when we have a lack of, employees and support to chaperone these events, we have one or two things we can cancel or we can review. So, there was some information, that's all misinformation on social media, imagine, that was out there that obviously didn't really get it right. And so I just wanted to clarify that the numbers obviously have to be reduced if we don't have the staff to support this. For clarification too, 7, and I'm gonna say that one more time so everyone understands, 7 students, okay? They had purchased homecoming tickets, but they also had significant code of conduct violations and received 3 or more out-of-school suspensions for the infractions during the first 36 days of the school year. So to be out 3 days for an OSS for a level 2 or level 3 violation is highly concerning. And quite frankly, I, as the superintendent of Pleasant Valley, do not reward bad behavior, okay? I want our kids to have a great time, and unfortunately, students make poor choices. I also want to clarify one thing that was stated was that the administration has made some inappropriate decisions or whatever. I'll have to go back to look at the video, see what specifically you said, but there's always room for growth. And I think what we realized was obviously some of the information should have been conveyed to the parents ahead of time. But I just want to clarify, these are some serious infractions, and I probably won't go into all depth, but 3 of them included a fight, 1 included sexually inappropriate comment, bullying a student with autism, an individual brought in a look-alike weapon. I mean, you have to ask yourselves, like, are we really doing the right thing by allowing students that have these infractions to come to a dance, which is an extracurricular activity, which is a privilege? Or do we hold the line to say, you know what, if you messed up, there'll be an opportunity to learn from your mistakes, but you also have to hold the line. And we held the line. Some people don't like it, fair enough, okay? But the line doesn't bend for individuals, because we have high expectations here in Pleasant Valley. And the expectation is that you're going to follow the code of conduct, you're going to behave appropriately, you're going to contribute to a safe environment. And those kids that actually did that had a great time. And I had a great time being there as well. So I just wanted to clarify a couple of those things. But moving on to some very positive things, I just wanted to highlight a couple of things. So first off, congratulations to our business manager, Tammy Snell, who achieved her Certified Administrator of School Finance and Operations, I know it's a mouthful, from the Association of School Business Officials International. So the SFO certification demonstrates a commitment to high standards and ethical practice in school business management. So obviously, congratulations to Mrs. Smell and a job well done.
Hey, nice work.
We always talk about growth, and one of the things that we decided to grow in this year is we have obviously incredible staff, support staff, administrative staff, and our professional staff throughout the district. And I know for a fact it's very hard not only to nominate students for employees of the month, but it's also hard to nominate staff members, students, and now also administrators. So I did want to congratulate the employees of the month from our school district for our supervisor of transportation, Gina Boyne, and the administrative assistant for curriculum, Vicki O'Rourke. Both of these employees do a phenomenal job. They really helped us out, especially with the $600, I believe $600, $700? $750, thank you. $750 that was allocated to each teacher at the start of the school year. They were feverishly going through the list, getting the items, getting it to the right locations. I mean, it's just incredible stuff that, and transportation, obviously, some adjustments this year, but things are getting much better, and we really appreciate all of their efforts. So just wanted to congratulate those individuals. Obviously, this evening, I appreciate all of you coming out, especially in support of the 7th and 8th grade lacrosse. We're extremely excited. I know what you guys can do. I've seen you at Lehigh and here at our home fields, and to know that we have this opportunity for our younger students that are in the back tonight, it's incredibly exciting. To really create that continuity. Mr. Krasinski's in the back, and I know you just came back from a couple athletic competitions, so thanks for being here. But Mr. Krasinski and I have talked about this too. That wouldn't it be great to give a couple more years to students that has those many opportunities, maybe as they graduate high school, as they move on to post-secondary opportunities, college, Division I, Division II, almost professional. So I mean, it's pretty exciting to see what our talented young students can do. So and as they matriculate up, so we're excited. Can't wait to see our 7th and 8th graders out on the field too. And again, I had a great opportunity. I was down at EVE today, saw a ton of kindergartner students and teachers. Incredible stuff happening in the classroom. So we'll continue. We've been really fine tuning and taking a good look at our curriculum. We've been having some excellent collaboration meetings looking at, K all the way through 12 about our vertical alignment, which means, how does one grade, level attribute to the next, because it's all about students and it's all about supporting students in their academic achievement. So we'll continue that this year, but again, exciting things happening, I think, throughout the entire district. So off to a great start, PV, and let's keep it up. So thanks.
Dr. Conrad? Do I have a motion?
Someone
second. All in favor? Anyone opposed? We are adjourned. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining us.